Hello and welcome to Archie Luxury's Luxury Channel. Today I want to do a reveal, and this is of our hard case monogram suitcases that have finally come back from being painted by Louis Vuitton. Now the process takes about 3 to 6 months, and we sent the suitcases off, and I wasn't expecting them back until after Christmas, but they've come in a bit early, and I'd like to show all my YouTube viewers the end results. And here you have it. I'm just slowly revealing the pieces. There's the Louis Vuitton President and 2 Bistons. And we've had the initials HPP and the stripes put onto the items there. Now we chose the colours. Now you can only choose traditional colours. These are the traditional trunk or suitcase type colours. There's a list that Louis Vuitton has. And you can only get them in a certain font as well, but we're quite happy because I think you want to keep the colors and the font in line with the style of the item. You don't want to have a color, a very modern color on a very traditional type suitcase. So that's probably not a bad rule there. And then the other side, the other dilemma is, do you have the stripes on the bottom or the top? Now look, the reality is with these type of items, they're really not something you can check in when you fly interstate. They're far too heavy, far too expensive, and far too easily stolen. So these pieces here are more aesthetic pieces for the home, more than actual pieces to use. I do use the President briefcase a fair bit, but again, it's probably a little bit flamboyant at times as well. So deciding where do we put the stripes, well, we could either put them on top or on underneath, and because I like to corsetina them, like cascade them in place, I decided to have them on the bottom. And that's also because the monogram pattern on top is upside down, because they use the actual pattern is one continuous piece. That's how they lay it out. The actual pattern is upside down for one end. Now I've just got some video here of the cases themselves. Now I've left the soundtrack on because one of the beautiful things about these hard case items is the way they sound when you open them up. Just the way the locks click into place, and just the whole way they I wish you could smell them as well. They've got a beautiful aura to them, and they're just a absolute wonderful piece. So that's why I've kept the soundtrack in here, and you can hear them. But look, as far as the pieces do go there, I think I'm very pleased with the results. I mean, striping and getting your initials put on them is something you want to think long and hard about. It's not something you want to rush into. I mean, this is something that stays with the item forever, and you'd hate to get rid of it because if you got married again, then your new partner didn't appreciate the old partner's initials being incorporated into the initials. So it's something you've got to think long and hard about, and choose the right thing. But no, I'm very pleased with the results, and I'm quite pleased that I got the stripes underneath, because the thing with this type of luggage is that in this day and age it's more of a piece of beauty to use sparingly. It's not something you just use for every trip you go on. I mean, in the trips that I've taken them on, you do worry a lot about them. You don't want them to be damaged, and the airlines are so careless with these type of pieces. I mean, it's just awful the way customer service is being denigrated, and it's just a sad reflection of modern society. But I'm really chuffed with the results, and I think personalizing them, well, I don't, these aren't pieces I'm no longer a dealer. I don't buy and sell pieces. I've got my collection, and it's pieces that I love, and that's why I've gone and had them monogrammed. Sorry, I've had the initials put on them. And it's one of these things. I didn't want just my initials or just my wife. I thought that's a bit over the top, a bit tacky. So we've got a combination. So you'd have to work out what the actual initials were. So that fits in very nicely. I want to be a bit conservative with it. I mean, it's one thing to say to be conservative, but if you've got a big red and white stripe down the front, but it all ties in together. It all looks beautiful, and I think as far as a monogram ensemble, it's a great set of pieces there. And the other thing is, with the stripe, the way being underneath, I can always stack them on top of each other, and it disappears for display purposes. So that's I just love the way the stripe fits on them. It just really makes it my items, and I think they're a great touch. It's certainly, it's Louis Vuitton is a premium product, and the hard case Louis Vuitton items, they're one of the few remaining items that is still made by the traditional methods. And this is the beautiful thing. Just look at the lettering here. Someone's done this by hand. They've sat down with a paintbrush and they've actually done this painting here, and it's just absolutely beautiful. You can get your initials put on with a stripe on a keeple or a speedy, but that's all done by machine. This is done by hand, and this is I just think it's just so beautiful to have it done by hand. It's got an aura to it. It's got a life to it, and I'm very happy with the results, and I'd really recommend it. It's something you want to think of long and hard about before you just rush in and get customizing done on your pieces. But once you've done it, it's just gorgeous. It's lovely. I don't want to sell these pieces. They're not for sale ever, and I just adore them. And the stripes and the initials, well, that's fantastic. My children who inherit this here can appreciate where it came from, and I hope it tells a story. And I've put my little something on these pieces they're just beautiful things. I mean, it's not about the money, it's not about anything. They're just gorgeous items that exist in this world, and so many things these days are cheaply made. They're made in China, mass produced. Well, this is something made by hand, painted by hand, and I think they've just got a history. They're just a wonderful item. Please give me some feedback. What do you think of my customized luggage? Do you think I was stupid to do it? Tell me the truth. I'm not afraid to hear other opinions. What do you think of my luggage with the stripes on it? Do you think I should have had it round from on the top? You tell me what you think. I think it looks great. I love it, but please give me your opinion, and don't forget to click like for this video. Thanks very much, and have a great day. See you later.